apparently this guy is a genius and he's outsmarting the detective here. I love these videos.
Okay.
Genius!
System, buddy. I know how
I know
it
you
works.
have. I know you have,
You're
Jeff.
not my friend.
Yes,
All
you
you're
do.
trying to get is some stupid ass confession, and you're not gonna get one.
On a seemingly regular evening in 2011, alarm bells began to sound itself in a local 7-Eleven. Reports of an armed robbery began flooding into the local police department. But upon arrival at the scene, the suspect was nowhere to be found. After expanding the search, that's when it's assumed police heard commotion in a house nearby. And without any other leads, they stormed in, discovering a known heroin addict sitting inside with a gun.
Oh boy.
Without any other evidence, they arrested the man and brought him to be interviewed. This so-called...
Right, okay, so I never get this, right? So apparently one of the things cops do is they try to like get the person to confess, right? And the amount of like stress they subject them to is enough to like make a normal person confess even though they haven't done anything, which is I found a bit ridiculous, but
addict
anyways.
was Jeff Pearson, the man who committed the robbery. And the following goes down in history as one of the only times a man single-handedly beat the cops at their own game. And instead of serving multiple decades behind bars, he spent a day being served drinks and candy while delivering a masterclass in what to do while in police custody.
Okay, so one of the things that happens is they kind of just bring you snacks to like ease you in or whatever, so I guess they're just bringing this guy Cokes or
It shows
something.
us in stunning detail
Lovely,
what
I'd like to get
methods the cops
interrogated.
will try on you, and how to dodge them like an absolute pro.
Am I under arrest?
For now.
I'm under arrest.
Yeah, I'll explain everything, but before I explain myself to you, before we talk to each other, I need to read your rights, okay?
What am I under arrest for?
Well, like I said, I need to read your rights first. Obviously, the charge is robbery, okay?
Jeff immediately opens by asking if he's under arrest and on what ground. From the first moment, it's evident that Jeff has done his research, as this is exactly what you should be doing in this situation.
Really?
From
There's a
here, there
guidebook
are
for
two
the
options.
other side as
If
well?
you're not being arrested or detained, you can state that you're also not obligated to stay and answer questions.
Oh.
And you should be completely free to leave the interrogation. If you are being arrested, you can then immediately ask for a lawyer. And stay silent until you're provided
Okay,
with one.
no, okay, that's kind of broken. That's a broken strat. So they can't even question you without having a lawyer present. So basically, they just can't question you because you need time to get your lawyer.
Your rights remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to the lawyer for advice before we question you. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer and you want one, a lawyer will be provided for you. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you'll still have the right to stop answering questions at any time.
These 3 points are incredibly important and are often overlooked by the average citizen due to the panic of being arrested.
True. I mean, I did not know this. I did not know this.
What this detective didn't mention, though, is that if you ask for a lawyer while under arrest, they are not allowed to continue questioning, and you have a complete, unquestionable right to refuse to answer any questions they may ask until you're provided with an attorney.
Do you understand your rights? Do you understand your rights, Jeff? Yes or no? You understand?
Brother, one of his rights is the right to remain silent, so that's what he's doing. Like,
Jeff has been explicitly told
Yeah, there we go.
he has the right to remain silent, so that's exactly what he's deciding to do.
If you got something that says you didn't do this robbery, this is your chance to talk to us.
Okay, good cop.
No, usually.
good
I'm
cop,
not.
bad cop.
You look like the prick.
Oh, got him.
So am I under arrest?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Get me back to the cell. I don't talk to you motherfuckers.
Dude, this guy really knows everything about it. Cause like no normal person would be like, call the cops MFers, right? You know, I would be scared as hell to like, you know, say anything to the cops. So this guy knows his
the
stuff.
correct behavior given his current circumstances. He knows the cops have nothing on him. They wouldn't be there talking to him in the first place if they did. So he stays silent.
It's kind of true.
And so it's off back to his cell he goes. But 2 hours later, he's brought back to the same room for round 2.
Do they get like a bonus if they convict someone? Because that's what they're trying to do, right? I'm always a bit confused with that.
You gonna be able to pop it open, or you need me to?
Just grumbles.
You need methadone?
Oh boy.
A can of soda is all Jeff requested before he returned to the interrogation room. But he immediately mentions the withdrawals that he's likely already starting to feel. However, methadone, the drug Jeff asked for at the start of this conversation, can be used to significantly reduce the effects of the withdrawal.
What are you trying to talk to me about here?
Talk to you about what happened last night. Look, here's the deal. Either you're in a bad set.
Bro's a shiny head, man.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm in a shitty, wrong place at the wrong time, obviously. I didn't commit no fucking armed robbery.
All right, then let's talk about this. Let's
I don't
not
have
keep
nothing.
up
I
the
don't talk
act.
to the police, man. You're
Yeah.
not my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You're trying to fucking get me. Or you're
No,
trying
I'm not trying to get
all
you.
you're trying to get is some
That's a
fucking
lie.
stupid ass fucking confession, and you're not gonna get one.
Jeff, I'm not going to get a confession out of you for nothing.
Exactly, because I
And
didn't
I'm
do
not trying
nothing.
to get a confession out of you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't commit no armed robbery, and y'all ain't got no fucking evidence saying I did. Let me go. All you did is find me sitting in my buddy's house because my fucking buddy's dog's going ape shit. I go outside, there are cops everywhere,
Bruh.
and they spotlight me. They say, "Come here." I said, "What's up?" They search me. They ain't find
Hang on.
nothing. What's
Let
up?
me read this.
No,
I like the way he talks. It's comedic. I like
Yeah,
it.
because I'm not gonna sign it.
You don't have to sign it. But let me read it for you. Okay?
I'm not signing.
I'm
it.
your
You
friend,
don't have to
here to
sign it.
arrest you. So why doesn't he just ask for a lawyer and then they just can't talk to him, right? Are the cops like violating their like rights or something here? Because like he said before, one of the options is just to ask for a lawyer and then they can't interrogate him anymore until he has a lawyer present. I don't know why he just didn't do that. Maybe he thinks he's smarter or something.
Interrogations is the Reed technique, developed by a former cop and psychologist in the 1960s after he extracted a confession from a man accused of murdering his own wife. The technique consists of 9 steps, beginning with a polite discussion about why the suspect is being accused of the crime, followed by using certain body language and actions within the interrogation as a display of guilt. The method ends with offering the suspects 2 alternative statements they can agree with, one of which is slightly more acceptable than the other, but whichever is chosen admits guilt.
Yo,
and is
that's so slimy, man. I know the cops obviously need to have these like rules in place to extract confessions from people, but like it's so slimy. You can't just be like, "Oh, so did you do this or did you do that?" and then I word it in this way that it gets a confession. It's so slimy. I feel like anything involving the law needs to be like crystal clear and shit, but whatever.
The original case that technique was formed around fell apart after discovering that the man, in fact, did not kill his wife. and
What
was-
the dude? What is this? What is this? This pisses me off. How are cops allowed to do this? Extracting confessions from innocent people. Can't make me admit to something I didn't do, dude. That's so messed up.
I'm not talking to you. I'm a lawyer.
You're not my friend. Give me some gummy worms.
This is
I
what I
told
don't
you this
understand.
one. I told you
I
this
know,
one,
but
yeah.
this is what I don't understand, Jeff. You were sitting there talking just like you were ready to sit here and tell me what happened last night, and then all of a sudden I read that to you, and you screw it. I ain't talking to you. I want a lawyer. I don't understand that. What changed? Just in the
Because I told you what. I already told you what happened.
you didn't.
How didn't I?
You didn't tell me what happened last night.
How didn't I
But-
just tell you what?
But now you've handcuffed me, and I can't talk to you because you asked for an
I'm a
attorney.
lawyer.
So okay, that's
You're still
fine.
talking to him though. What?
I will tell you right now, you're still on a hold for a robbery.
I know. I don't know why. I need a fucking lawyer because obviously I didn't do nothing, and obviously you guys know I didn't do.
Well, sound
nothing
like a
because
cartoon character.
I've
I
been
love
arrested
it.
for the same bullshit before, and you guys don't interview me this much. So, wham bam, thank you for the coke. Put me back in the cell.
We
That's
haven't
my.
interviewed you yet.
This actually like looks like a TV show, bro. Like he's talking like that. It's so
has
funny.
now asked for a lawyer and is once again refusing to answer questions. But we're only halfway through this footage, and Jeff's ability to defend himself and completely destroy this cop only gets better from here.
Here's what the deal is. I have enough evidence,
L pose. He's getting into the L pose.
Okay.
I'm waiting for it.
but you know, if you're saying you didn't do it, you need to give me your side of the story because I got a lot of evidence. I got a lot of physical evidence.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Why should I tell you that?
This
Okay,
is where
that's dude. Really? That's so bad. How is this guy an interrogator?
What's that?
Name.
Why do I need to do that? You haven't helped me out at all. You give me a little bit, I give you a little bit. We go
Yeah,
back
I
and
see
forth.
what's happening. He's having his withdrawals or something. Cause like, bro is not comfortable. Jeez.
No, anything I say here can and will be used against me.
Sure, but anything you say here, I can also tell your parole officer that you helped me out.
That doesn't mean dick.
Jeff has asked for a lawyer, yet they're still sitting there questioning him, as if that's not a blatant violation of the rights that they have
Exactly.
read to
That's
Jeff
what I was
on
saying.
3
That's what I was
separate
saying.
occasions.
I was like,
they
what?
know that if they don't get anything out of him soon, their
Arrest
time
the
will
cop.
run out, and Jeff is watching the clock closely. They bring up the gun that he was found with, continue to try and strike a deal, and even try to scare him by taunting him with what being back in prison would be like, and without any of the drugs he's grown a dependency to. But throughout all of this, Jeff stays totally stone-faced.
I wonder if this guy's not even a genius. He's just like randomly doing random shit, and the person in the video is just like, yeah, this guy's an absolute genius here. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised, honestly. But he's like maybe unknowingly being a genius.
Halfway know the system, how things work, we halfway don't. Am I right?
I half-ass know
Yeah.
that the only reason I came up here is to get a fucking Coke. I got it,
Bruh.
but now I want a Butterfinger.
But that's not going to happen for a while.
What, the Butterfinger?
Yeah.
Why not? I'm coughing up blood. Let's go to the hospital.
For the last few hours, the police have been questioning a man who is clearly in pain, denying him access to the legal prescription drug that would help him deal
boy.
with his issues,
These
and
cops are
questioning him
scumbags,
repeatedly on a
bro.
crime for which they have no evidence for. All the while, Jeff dealt with this as casually as possible, and 12 hours later, it's recorded that he was released from custody and sent on his
Hey.
merry way. It's also reported that from here, Jeff began to turn his life around. He's off
Hey,
heroin
let's go.
and now spends his time uploading to the same YouTube channel the footage from this video was
YouTuber,
uploaded
let's
to.
go. Hey, join the clan, buddy. Join the clan. Let's go.